Justin Fields may technically still be under contract with the New York Jets, but around the NFL, there is little doubt that his days with the franchise are numbered. The former first-round pick arrived in New York with optimism and intrigue, signing a 2-year, $40 million contract that was supposed to represent a reset for a quarterback whose career had already been marked by instability and unmet expectations. Instead, the 2025 season became another difficult chapter, one that left Fields' long-term future as a starter very much in doubt and positioned him as one of the more fascinating quarterback questions heading into the offseason. Fields entered the year as the Jets starter, but the margin for error was always slim. The organization was desperate for competence at the position, and patience was limited. Over 9 starts, Fields struggled to elevate an offense that was already plagued by injuries, inconsistency along the offensive line, and a lack of reliable playmakers. His passing production was among the lowest in the league, averaging just 139.9 yards per game, and nearly every advanced efficiency metric painted an unflattering picture. The Jets' offense frequently stalled, failed to sustain drives, and relied too heavily on Fields' athleticism to escape collapsing pockets rather than on a functional passing structure. As the losses mounted, the Jets made the difficult but telling decision to bench Fields in favor of veteran Tyrod Taylor and undrafted rookie Brady Cook. That move spoke volumes about how the organization viewed Fields' ceiling and reliability. While neither Taylor nor Cook represented a long-term solution, the coaching staff clearly felt they offered a better chance to stabilize the offense in the short term. For Fields, losing the job was another blow in a career that has rarely afforded him continuity or organizational patience. That said, many around the league believe Fields' struggles in New York cannot be evaluated in a vacuum. The Jets' offensive environment was widely regarded as one of the most challenging in football. Protection issues were persistent, the run game was inconsistent, and the passing concepts often failed to create easy throws. Fields was frequently asked to make plays under duress, limiting his ability to operate within structure and highlighting his weaknesses as a processor rather than his strengths as a dynamic athlete. While that context does not absolve him of responsibility, it does suggest that his performance was, at least in part, a reflection of the situation around him. Despite another disappointing stop, Fields remains intriguing. He is still just 26 years old, with rare physical tools that few quarterbacks possess. His speed, size, and strength make him a legitimate dual-threat weapon, and in the right system, he can stress defenses in ways traditional pocket passers cannot. While his passing limitations are real and well documented, many teams believe he is good enough to compete for a short-term starting job or serve as a bridge quarterback while a younger option is developed. That belief has already sparked speculation about potential landing spots, including a possible reunion with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox recently proposed such a scenario, suggesting that Pittsburgh could make sense as a destination if Aaron Rodgers does not return. The Steelers, as currently constructed, do not have a clear long-term answer at quarterback, and the uncertainty created by Mike Tomlin's departure only amplifies the need for stability under center. While Fields would not be returning to the exact same situation he previously experienced, he would benefit from familiarity with the organization, the city, and aspects of the roster, factors that often matter more than fans realize. The biggest roadblock to any Fields reunion is Aaron Rodgers. Even at this stage of his career, Rodgers remains a more accomplished and reliable quarterback than Fields. His presence brought credibility to the Steelers, and by most accounts, he had a positive influence on the locker room and coaching staff. From a pure football standpoint, Pittsburgh would likely prefer Rodgers if he is willing to return, especially given the franchise's stated desire to remain competitive rather than embrace a full rebuild. However, Rodgers' future is far from settled. Mike Tomlin's departure dramatically altered the calculus. Tomlin was a major reason Rodgers chose Pittsburgh in the first place, drawn by the head coach's reputation, leadership style, and ability to manage veteran players. Rodgers' reaction to Tomlin stepping aside made it clear that the relationship mattered deeply to him. Without Tomlin, the Steelers may no longer represent the same opportunity or environment Rodgers initially signed up for. There is also the matter of timing and expectations. The Steelers are not widely viewed as a Super Bowl-ready team, particularly in an AFC loaded with elite quarterbacks and deep rosters. For a 42-year-old quarterback chasing the final chapter of his career, returning to a team that may be entering a transitional period could feel like a questionable use of what little time he has left. Retirement, or simply walking away rather than enduring another uphill climb, may ultimately be more appealing. Complicating matters further is the fact that Pittsburgh has not yet named its next head coach. That decision will have enormous implications for the quarterback position. A new head coach may want a clean slate, preferring to bring in a quarterback who better fits his offensive philosophy. While Fields' athleticism is appealing, not every coach is willing to tailor an offense around a quarterback with his particular strengths and limitations. Some may see him as an intriguing upside play, others may view him as a compromise that limits what the offense can become. Fields' previous experience with the Steelers, though, offers some optimism. During his time filling in for the injured Russell Wilson, Fields started 6 games and delivered respectable results. He completed 65.8% of his passes for 1,106 yards, threw 5 touchdowns against just 1 interception, and added significant value as a runner with 289 rushing yards and 5 additional scores. While those numbers are not spectacular, they reflect a quarterback who was reasonably efficient and effective within that system. His mobility gave Pittsburgh's offense an added dimension, particularly in the red zone and on broken plays. Fields' ability to extend drives with his legs helped compensate for protection issues and a lack of explosive plays in the passing game. No one is confusing that stretch with elite quarterback play, but it did demonstrate that Fields can function competently in the right environment, especially when expectations are managed and the offense is designed to play to his strengths. Still, the broader quarterback market may ultimately work against him. This offseason is shaping up to feature an unusually large pool of available passers. In addition to traditional free agents, several high-profile quarterbacks could be obtainable at relatively low cost. Names like Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, and Tua Tagovailoa have all been mentioned as potential trade or release candidates depending on how their respective teams approach the offseason. Each option comes with its own risks, but all may be viewed as safer or more proven than Fields. In the end, everything hinges on direction and leadership. The Steelers are navigating a rare moment of transition after nearly 2 decades of stability under Mike Tomlin. The next head coach will define not only the team's identity but also its approach at quarterback. Justin Fields will be available, and a return to Pittsburgh is plausible, but it is far from guaranteed. For Fields, the upcoming offseason represents another pivotal crossroads. His career to this point has been shaped by change, uncertainty, and unrealized potential. Whether he finds another opportunity in Pittsburgh or elsewhere, his next stop may determine whether he is remembered as a talented quarterback who never found the right fit or as a player who finally landed in an environment that allowed him to maximize what he does best. For the Steelers, the decision, Fields or otherwise, will be one of the most important steps in defining the post-Tomlin era and charting a path forward in an unforgiving AFC landscape. Comment if you think the Steelers should invest in Justin Fields in the future. Thanks for watching and see you soon.